Top of the morning, top of the night, whatever the case may be. My name's Ben Matthews, aka Ben Time Traveler. I am who I say I am. Your government with inside the government ain't. Trust me on this. I know these things. And I ain't talking about the deep state, the window dressing once again. I'm talking about the government with inside the government. Okay? Anyway, you all go about fighting for your freedom. You just go right ahead and you go about fighting for your freedom. But I'm telling you, it's already going down, man. All right? You should be fighting to get your freedom back. Okay? Because when in your lifetime have you seen the government go after mothers and fathers that were concerned about the teaching of their children? When have you seen the government go after mothers and fathers that have concern about their children's health? In case you ain't realized, it's already going down. Now, you can call these individuals patriots, freedom fighters, you can call them heroes, you can call them truth tellers, you can call them whatever you like to call them. But people are being arrested and detained throughout the United States of America on one political side of the spectrum, one religion side of the spectrum. One could even say the color of one's skin on the spectrum. Because people want to focus on what happened on January 6th and the people that are in prison and rightfully not being given their due process. But it's happening all over the United States. It's happening all around the world. People keep saying over and over and over and over, you got to fight to keep your rights, your First Amendment, Second Amendment. It's being taken away. It's taking away. It's already took. It's an illusion for you to think you're in possession of these things anymore. I mean, they have, at right now, and you're now the political plunder of patriots, freedom fighters, whatever you want to call yourself, or call other people, whatever you want to call them, the plunder of these people before your eyes is overwhelming, and yet people do not see it. They're not seeing it. They're just focusing on one group of individuals. It's always the same thing. But all throughout, just not United States of America, the whole world, man, is being plundered of good, honest to God, Christians, patriots, heroes. In my eyes, some not so worthy of them words. I'll admit to this. I'm sitting here at Walmart's. I don't, Walmart shopper, fucking Hillary got a problem with a smelly Walmart shoppers, but here I am. And this guy drives by, and he's got all over his car, F Biden. And I'm thinking, well, actually, I yelled out, I hear you. And he gave me thumbs up. But he took great detail, man. I should have filmed it. He took great detail in doing this. This wasn't some piece of shit taped on there or sprayed paint on or nothing. This is great detail in what he put on. But see, that's my whole point about my video yesterday. About, sit down and just shut up. Nobody wants to stand up and go out in the field and stand up, voice your opinion. I'm not talking about violence unless it comes to push and shove. Okay, Maxine Waters. Okay, because let me make this very clear, Maxine Waters. You put bounties on people's head. You put bounty on white people's head, innocent white people that may not have nothing to do with nothing. It may just be at a certain location, and just because they're white and individuals heard you say them words, then people could get hurt. But eventually, they're going to run into the wrong individual. Whether it's stand your ground, some state where they have the law of stand your ground, whatever. They're going to run into the wrong individual. I guarantee you this, man. And it's going to be sad. But have you noticed the hatred still for Trump? He's nowhere around. He's not on any social platform that really that you can speak of and shit, man, because he's banned from them all and shit. He's not really up in the mainstream news and shit. The only time he is when they're still talking shit, still spreading the lies. But do you see him focusing on the neighbor, like Chicago? Do you see him focusing on Chicago and trying to bring the violence down, man? Do you? No, you don't. Outside of Las Vegas, outside of Washington, D.C. Do you? Out there in California? And all you guys on the left, let me ask you a question, man. And this is a fair and honest question. I don't hate you, brothers and sisters. I don't hate you, man. But let me ask you an honest question. Do you see them, now that they're in control, they got the House, they got the Senate, and they got the White House. Do you see them in this big bill of spending that they got coming forth and shit? Do you see anything in there for you that's going to benefit you? No. Now, let's leave out the infrastructure, the roads and the train tracks and the bridges and the tunnels and all that. Leave, that benefits us all, man. Okay, leave that shit out of it. I'm talking about what's going to benefit you as an individual. Nothing. Free college. Most of it, all that they got in that shit, it's helping illegal aliens and it's helping themselves, man. They're funding their own foot soldiers, office buildings, to go out and do all this protesting and burning down their cities and towns, but they're not giving back to their community, man. They're not rebuilding the communities after they destroy them. They're not bringing back the businesses, the drugstores. They're not bringing the liquor stores will still remain. The addictions will still remain. The children going without food will still remain. They ain't solved nothing in your neighborhoods. And how am I being ignorant and racist for bringing this to your attention, that they're also using you? Because I gotta fight. I gotta fight in this too, okay? Because they're doing the exact same thing to my brothers and sisters, man, that serve this country and shit. Talking about real heroes, man. Our vets and shit. Our homeless vets. Homelessness is just not a monopoly for a group of one individuals, okay? But they're doing nothing for the homeless vets. They're doing nothing for homeless people. They're doing nothing for none of these people, man. And it's not about giving. People do need a handout. People do need a help. You know, I'm never going to argue that point, and I never will argue that point, man. I believe in that, man. But it's more important to offer those a hand up by some kind of job opportunity, some job training, than to just give them a hand out, because they will benefit better. They'll go they'll. It's like, when I got out of prison, like I said before, there was no job opportunity. They didn't give me no job training skills in prison. But man, imagine if they did, huh? And it's just a matter of time that our brothers and sisters, whether you like them or not, man, on the left, realize that they're getting screwed in that. They're just being foot soldiers right now. They're being used. But once they're done with them, they'll see. And, this is what really gets to me, man. This is the beginning of the end, and people are still walking around not realizing, man, how bad things are. Oh, well, I'm only paying a little bit of change more for this. I'm only paying a little bit more change for that. That's true. Maybe you're only paying $1.50 more for a gallon of gas. Maybe you're only paying $30 more when you go to the grocery store. But that's the beginning. Could you imagine in 6 months now paying $60 more when you go to the grocery store? Paying $3 more for a gallon of gasoline? Say there's a shortage on truck drivers. I gotta call bullshit when I see it, man. Because it's not a shortage of truck drivers. It's just the demand is so overwhelming because you've been without these products that they're sitting idle all over the freaking world. They just want to show you two parts of the United States, two ports and shit. But it's all over the world. These products are sitting offshore. It's by design. And I guarantee you, when you get when you go buy your Christmas tree this year, you're gonna pay fucking $30-$60 more. When you go buy them toys for your kids this year, you're gonna spend hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of dollars more. It all depends on what you're buying. But I guarantee you, you're gonna be paying this more. It's And why you're paying more, then they're going to come after you on the taxes. Allow the IRS to look at anybody making any transaction over $600. Mark of the beast, my ass, huh? Won't be able to conduct business, sell, trade, or bargain. The internet, man. And why is it six? What, why don't they round it off to $666, right? Yeah. You're already there, man. They already label you as domestic terrorists because you have a belief in Jesus. They label you a domestic terrorist because you voted for Trump. They label you a domestic terrorist because you don't believe in the things they tell you. What I tell you all about the protest they were going to have in Washington, what was going to happen. I said, nobody's going to show up. All right. I already said, I said, nobody's going to show up. There's going to be more feds there than there's going to be protesters there. And exactly what happened. Yeah, they're trying to get parents, mothers and fathers scared to go to their school boards and have a conversation with them about, critical race theory or something like that, or mass mandate or being vaxxed, which you can't say that word. You can't even talk about that shit, man. Facebook, man, Twitter, Google/YouTube and shit, man. Censoring. Why they mind f each and every one of you and your children, man. That's another thing that gets me, man. Is that not child abuse, man? What Google/YouTube/Twitter, Facebook, and all the rest of them socialist platforms? Is that not child abuse, man? Are they held liable? No. They say there ain't two sets of laws. You're full of shit. There's laws for us and laws for them. Cadillac law. Exempt themselves, man. Exempt themselves from Obamacare. Them and their family members. They don't have to pay for that shit. They got the best that money can pay for, man. Because they're special. But you peasants outside the palace walls, sit down and shut up and get in line. And how dare you come out here on these socialist platforms and talk about any of this stuff? They want to label me a communist and a traitor, a domestic terrorist. And like I said, man, I could sit at the table and break bread, man, and come to common grounds on so many issues, man, with people on the left. I really can, man. If they're willing to sit down and have an open, honest discussion, debate. But it's very hard, difficult to try to do between two fractions of people and shit, man, that don't see the same thing. But yeah, I could break bread, come to common grounds with a lot of people, man. Like I said, people need help, man. There's times people need help. That's no question, man. All right, man. We'll cut this short. See what I gotta say, man. You're in a fight, man, and it's only come midterm, man. Midterms, you're gonna see the violence erupt again and shit, man. I just, hope that the innocent people caught in the crossfire, man, understand. Because in all reality, man, I'm telling you, man, they're coming after you, man. If Biden keeps getting away with what he's doing and shit right now, man, trust me, the guns are next, man. I mean, hell, they just locked everybody down in their houses for almost 2 years and shit. And that didn't take much to accomplish that.
I can take that from you, ma'am. I can take that.
Yeah, didn't take much for them to accomplish that, did it? It's a nice day. It's cloudy as shit, man, but it's a nice day, man. Been cloudy like this, raining for seems like forever, but it's been about a week. Yeah, I wish it would quit raining. It ain't raining now, but it's still cloudy as shit, man. Who was that? Who now? Who that? Paris! Dog, what up? I ain't got my glasses. I can't see who else that is, man. So what do you all think, man? Do you see, I see? I see attitudes changing, man. I see that people that probably voted for Biden and shit, man, are feeling the hurt, feeling the pinch, feeling the pain, seeing the truth, seeing the obvious. They're coming to their senses. They're like, wait a minute, man, this ain't right. It don't have to be about them being awoke to patriots and heroes being arrested all throughout the United States, but they're coming to their senses about going to the store, going to the gas station. Christmas, Thanksgiving ain't the holidays ain't even hit yet, man. You know, Christmas, people, and that's the thing. People, man, they using these credit cards and shit, man. They don't feel the pinch that because Christmas comes and shit. Well, wait till Christmas comes, and after that, and the bill fucking pile up, shit, man. Wait till their gas, heat in their home goes up, their water bill, their electric bill. We got lucky, man. They knocked $100 off our electric bill, and the power went out. No, they just ought to do them things, man. Yep. See, it's just like that guy driving around in the car right now. And once again, it was well done. But F Biden all over it, man. I mean, it was great, man. What did I say? Gas prices are fucking soaring, dude. They're like $1.60 more a gallon, man. And that's just in what short a period of time he's been president, man. I mean, I know I'm paying $1.60 more a gallon here. That's probably good price for some of you in some places of the United States and the rest of the world. Look, I don't know. Canada pays by the liter and shit, man. I know people from Canada come over here, United States, to get their gas. So I know they're paying an arm and leg over there in that socialist country. Because that's exactly what it is, man. Canada's a socialist country, man. And I don't want none of that cancerous shit spreading over here, man. But I don't even know if they're allowed back over the bridge anymore. I ain't been paying attention to it, man. I ain't been paying attention to it, man. But yeah, it's that socialist Canadian country over there so wonderful, then why the hell are you coming over here buying your milk, your bread, your cigarettes, your gasoline, your liquor, and everything else, man? Why you come over here from Canada if it's doing so well? It's such a beautiful socialist country doing for its people. Why are there people coming over here buying our products at a cheaper price? And well, guess what, Canada? It won't be long before there'll be no sense of you coming over here because the prices will be just as freaking same as yours are, man. How you doing?
How you doing?
Good. Yeah. Nothing personal against them, man. I'm just telling you the truth, man. You know. You don't see all these migrants fucking trekking on through United States of America making their way up to Canada, do you? You don't know. They're stopping here in the good old USA. You don't see them going trucking up up north. They just left socialism or communism or some type of dictatorship. You know, they fucking wanted. They thought, United States of America was going to be free. Well, so much for that, man. Fucker. You come here, you come into the United States of America, and you vote Democrat, and you go right along with the program. Because you feel, oh, they're the ones that let us come into this country. They're the ones giving us all this free shit, free housing and free college and free this and free that. They even start my business for me. and my brothers and sisters in the African American community are getting shit. You got worked what you got up in the hood. You got worked by politicians that put you out on the street to burn down your own cities and towns and shit, and then they come back and rebuild the shit for you. They ain't out there now helping you, my brothers and sisters. They're in Chicago. They're being murdered left and right and shit, man. They don't give a shit. I heard the way they look at it, and if you're listening to me, the way they look at it, this is what I heard. They enjoy you doing it. They enjoy you killing yourselves. They don't think of you as anything but fucking a cancer upon this planet. That's sick and sad, man, but it's true, man. It ain't me saying it. It's them, man. They don't give a rat's ass about you, me, or anybody else, man. They don't give a shit about themselves, man. And lining their pockets and shit, man. Putting projects where they don't represent nobody, man, in the neighborhood. Where's the work programs at, Biden? Oh, we got ready fucking made jobs, yeah, for motherfuckers that fucking don't fit the criteria of my brothers and sisters in the hood for all them fucking jobs you came here for to talk shit about. And matter of fact, the local news was calling it a Trump rally when Biden came here yesterday. I shit you not. Fox News on Channel 2 calling it a Trump rally. It was unbelievable how many Trump supporters were there yesterday. But here he is, showboating all these jobs that are going to be created by the infrastructure bill. And none of them jobs are going to go to any of my brothers and sisters in the hood, man. None of them fucking jobs are, man. You're full of shit, Biden. Should have put a little bit more color up in your fucking screen, man, Biden. In other words, you should have had some more African American brothers and sisters there, because it was awfully fucking white yesterday for all them jobs that are going to be created for my brothers and sisters in the hood. You think that they'd be there representing, huh? No, you didn't have none of them fuckers there representing, because there ain't none to represent the jobs. Fantasy bullshit. Their struggle is $15 at Burger King or McDonald's. Biden ain't it. That's it, man. $15. That's what you're telling these people they're worth. $15 fucking dollars. That's what you're saying. You know, well, raise minimum wage at McDonald's for $15 an hour. That's what you're saying these people are worth. That's it, man. How come there ain't programs put in place right now, man, to get these people out of this situation and shit, man, that can introduce them to that job training field that you went to, because that's what that was, is to train people how to run these big fucking machines and shit, man. And like I said, it wasn't anybody that represents me or you, okay? But that, you know, why don't they bring them people to that site shit, man? You don't know. Well, it's easy, you get online, do this, fill out this, do that and shit. No, man, why don't you make it fucking easy for my brothers and sisters to get that opportunity? You make it hard, man. But you make it easy to go down and get fucking food stamps, which don't amount to shit anyway. And I asked my brothers and sisters and shit, man, that all use out there and shit, man, and get public assistance. Where's your fucking increase? Where's your little bit of help more, man? Huh? Where's your stimulus shit, man? Where's your big fucking deal out of this big spending of trillions of dollars, man? Well, you ain't seeing it, shit. You ain't gonna see it, man. You get what you get, and that's it, man. As a matter of fact, they might even start taking away from your shit to put towards these other fucking programs. Oh, you'll be upset then now, won't you? Help the poor and shit. They're not helping the poor, man. They're looking right over groups of individuals, man. And it's by design, man. They want to keep you poor. They want to keep you angry. They want to keep you pissed off and shit. That way you'll take to the streets like a good little foot soldiers that you be and do all their dirty work of burning down your own cities and towns and shit, because they didn't give you what they should have gave you a long freaking time ago. Broken promise after promise after promise and shit, man. But if you're a good little foot soldier and you go out there and you do the dirty work and you burn down your cities and towns and you loot and you rob and you just carry on and shit, they still ain't going to give you shit. You're not entitled, man. To sit there, and I'm not even going to discuss about voting rights and all that shit, man, but to sit there and say that people can vote without any complication, that's bullshit, okay? And I have to agree with them on this, because for a fact, I know once upon a time, I go down to get some ID, Michigan State ID, and I have to have 3 pieces of identification to get a Michigan ID card. The reason I'm getting an ID card is because I ain't got no ID, but you want me to have 3 pieces of identification verifying who I am. So yes, there's people out there that will struggle and have a hard time to accomplish such an easy task, because you say, well, that's easy enough to do. Well, it's not easy for some people, because there's some people out there that have no identity ID at all. But yet, on the other hand, you'll allow an illegal alien in certain states without any ID, be able to go get a freaking driver's license. and be paid for on top of it. Which, once again, people, maybe like me, didn't have no ID at the time, go to get some ID. I can't get it because I ain't got 3 pieces of identification. It's lucky the lady waiting on me broke protocol. She went against the grain and gave me my ID, man. But I know people struggle, man. I understand life, man. I understand. I've been there, done that, lived that life. Hit the highs, hit the lows, hit the in-betweens. Dealing with the now. You know, a guy from Port Huron, Michigan goes to Washington, D.C., goes in front of the Supreme Court and acts like a nut job. Okay? I live in Port Huron, Michigan. Yeah, I live in Port Huron, Michigan. A guy from Port Huron, Michigan goes to Washington, D.C., in front of the Supreme Court, acts like a nut, from the same town that I live in. What's the chances, the odds of that? Uppity, uppity, up. Same day Biden's here at the Trump rally. I can't believe Biden went to a Trump rally yesterday, man. he said something on the news too, or when he was live. I shouldn't say news, when he's doing his live pitch a lie. He had to say something about the people out there, man, because. And by the way, that means that he recognized Jews out there. Each and every one of you. He recognized you. Oh, he didn't like it. He didn't like it at all. He was kind of in a foul way, man. But you know what? Good for yous, man. Good for yous for getting under that man's skin, man. Because Biden, he can't take shit. He can't take criticism. He can't take defeat shit. He can't do it, man. He cannot do it, man. See, and eventually, peace, love, and understanding, much respect to each one of you, man. Eventually, and I don't want this to happen, but it's gonna happen. I said it's gonna happen, okay? And I didn't come here to blow smoke up your ass and bullshit you, none of that, man. I come out here, even though sometimes it's cold and sometimes it's. I put it out there, man. Whether you catch it or not, when you catch it or not. It is what it is, man. But keep telling you, man, stockpile up on food, water, guns, ammunition, extra medication, dog food, cat food, pet supplies. Stock up on it, man. Keep telling you that. Now, see, if you would have stocked up on some chicken and your pork and your bacon and all that other shit, you wouldn't be paying so much right now. But it's only going to get worse. Things are going to get more expensive. Things are going to get bad, man. Okay? And a lot of people are going to do stupid shit because they're desperate. Okay? You understand me? Because they're desperate. Some are just plain old idiots and just evil to begin with. A lot of people are going to do things because they're desperate, man. And I don't want you to be one of the desperate people, man. I want you to be able to protect your shit, man. I want you to be prepared and ready for this, man. Because Everybody wants to focus on the United States economy and the United States this, the United States that. It's the whole freaking world, man. Okay? Then the times, then the days, the now that you're living in. It's all this planet. The whole human species. It's just not one country. It's just not one race of people. It's the whole world. Look at look at the ships off all the coasts all around the world, man, because it's happening all around the world. You know, they want you to focus on a couple of little spots here and there, but it's all over the world, man. Look at it's stopped. There's no movement. Like I said, they try to say that there's a lack of truck drivers. That's BS, man. I know for a fact that's BS, man. Okay, this is by design. The process has begun. You're living in it, man. You can soft kill somebody, man. Slowly. It's what soft kill is. It's a slow process. Well, you could do the same thing by slowing down the supply chain, the food, the water, the medication, your Christmas supplies. Okay? Your Christmas supply. Do you understand? Not only are these socialist platforms, Twitter, Facebook, and all the rest of them, YouTube, Google, are they're all addictions, man. You're addicted, man. Okay? Everybody's addicted. It's no different than crack cocaine. It's no different than alcohol. It's no different than a sex addiction. It's no different. It's an addiction. Okay, and some people abuse alcohol, drugs, sex, socialist platforms. It's an addiction. Everything everything you see is created as an addiction. Impulsive buying, the products that you're going to buy for Christmas. Which, by the way, brings me around to the mental health issue that's going to be created when certain children and certain adults don't get a certain Christmas present because it ain't there for them individuals to buy. So they have mental breakdowns and shit, man. Because some people, let's face it, some people ain't strong, man. Some people ain't strong-willed, man. Some people ain't going to be able to handle the simple fact that they're going without food and don't know what the hell to do and how to function in life, man. Because they're so used to being programmed to do the same shit over and over and over, man. As a human species, you're easy, man. You're easy. You're creatures of habit, man. You do the same shit. Payday, you do the same thing. It's easy to control, man. Manipulate. They don't need to flash any more little quick little hidden messages in your movie theaters to tell you to go buy popcorn or pop. They don't need no, they don't they're not doing it that way no more. That's old school, bro. You got you got you got the internet, socialist platforms, TVs. You know, the Antichrist will be seen by everybody all around the world, man. It's possible today, like I said so many times before. You got your phones, you got your internet, you got TV. Boom. 100 years ago, it wouldn't have been possible. It's possible today. So that's not some kind of, I don't know the word I'm looking for, some kind of a defeat that Lucifer, Antichrist, is accomplishing on his own. That's using technology to accomplish that. The mark of the beast. When the world's covered in a spider web, the end of days are near. When the world's covered in a spider web, the end of days are near. People say, oh, that was railroad tracks. That was telephone lines. No, it's the WWW, the World Wide Web. And guess what? They want to introduce internet to my brothers and sisters that are less fortunate than others as a gift to help them out of their struggles, to help them lift them up out of their poverty and their fight for their opportunity in life. But no, that's not why they're giving it to them. They're giving it to them to enslave them, to entrap them, to understand them more, to make them do as they want them to do. See, because with the resistance is always going to be those that are not connected to these socialist platforms. Because you can't mind F them, man. Because they're not connected. They're not connected to the mark of the beast. You take a homeless individual, somebody that's not off his rocker, got mental health problems, but because there's homeless people out there that choose to be homeless, that are straight, normal people, man, that function in life, but they're not connected to the market beast. They're not connected to the television. They're not connected to the internet. They're not connected to any of it. They're strong. And most of them don't even know that they're resisting it. It's a drive inside them that maybe they don't understand why they do what they do, but it's the nature of that part of the human to resist it, man. But yeah, it's easy for all of us to be here and connect to this. How are you going to communicate, man? It's how it is in your world right now. This is existence. It's been accepted, man. And how did it get introduced to internet and all this wonderful socialist platforms and shit? By saying how wonderful it is, how great it is, how educational it is. But you're not being educated about the truth. Everything they put out there is for you to absorb, to mislead you. It's only been a few breakthroughs, man, in society of people that's been able to go beyond and actually get the truth out there. But they're silence eventually, and always will be a silence. You know, there's so many cases that I could bring forth that you know about. You know, but this is the now. This is what you're living in. I'm talking in the future and shit. There's going to be more and more and more. There's going to be more great people that are going to stand up and voice their voice and be in prison. Some will even be murdered, man. I mean, bless them, man. There's going to be great men and women that ain't even born yet, man, that are going to stand up for the freedom of this country, man. But you'll see. It won't take long. Society will collapse upon itself, not democracy. Socialism will collapse. You know, it's hard to recover from all the failure that was created, the chaos, the civil fighting, civil wars. See, people always want to sit there and focus on the United States and a civil war in the United States. It's going to be all around the world, man. Okay, you ain't going to be able to get your look. You just went through a pandemic and you had a hard time getting toilet paper, man. Can you imagine when the whole shit caboodle just collapsed and shit, man? It ain't going to be no easy fix, man. All right, because it's going to continue on and on and on. And we ain't even discussed the full effects of the end of times, man. I mean, there's only been one person that ain't lied to you, and that's the King of Kings, the Lord Jesus Christ. He told you the truth of the facts of the matter from the beginning to the middle and to the end of times, which you're living in right now. We ain't talked about the nuclear bombs going on. We ain't talking about the earthquakes. We ain't talking about, man. We ain't even got there yet, man. That struggle's still yet after you have to deal with the collapse of the economy. Are you ready? Are you up to it? No. Hell no. No, 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 no. 90%. 90%. And that's being generous. Ain't got the capability of taking care of themselves, man. Simple things of going fishing, hunting a deer, hunting a turkey. I'll eat some squirrel if I have to. And then you think, well, that's what I'll just do. I'll just go hunting for this and that. Well, yeah, well, you know what? How many billions of people now have to do that? You're not going to be the only one out there, brothers and sisters. That too's going to be crowded. It ain't going to be easy, man. Well, I'll just bunker down in my house. Well, there ain't no electricity. There ain't no gas. There ain't no heat. When winter comes, what you gonna do? Hang on. Sitting there, if I'm talking, people think I'm talking to myself, like my neighbors. Something wrong with Ben. He's out there talking to himself. Yeah, it's I fall short of being prepared myself, man. So you know, I you can only do so much. Because it's not you can stockpile a certain amount of food and shit, man, but eventually, because I know this to be truth and fact, bear witness to it. You're gonna have to go out there, man, to survive. You're gonna have to hunt. I like them people say buy gold and shit, man. Like gold's gonna do you some good and shit, man. If you got the money to invest in gold, you should have been investing in cans of pork and beans, man. See, he can't fix. Biden can't fix the what's happening with the shipping and shit, man. Biden can't fix that shit around the world. He can't. Well, they're short on truck drivers. Okay, well, he how are you going to get more truck drivers, man? You focusing on the infrastructure and shit, man, of all these people building these new roads and new bridges and tunnels and shit. Where's the truck drivers coming from? Shit. Where's the medical workers coming from that being fired? Where's the teachers coming from? Where where are all the restaurant employees coming from? Where are all these people gone to begin with, motherfucker? Huh? Where do all the restaurant employees go? Where we know what's happening to nurses and shit, man, being fired because they're refusing to be vaccinated. Okay, but where are all these truck drivers gone? Where are all these other employees and shit gone? Why is there such a high shortage of employees? Where's the shift? There's no shift. There's no people. One group of individuals going working here because they're making more money. You don't see no shift going on, do you? But yet there's nobody working yet. You have to draw in a question about this, man. Why why ain't these jobs being filled up? Where'd all the truck drivers go that now don't exist? Where the hell did they all go? The truck drivers never stopped. They worked their ass off. Remember? They drove weeks at end sometimes, man, to get product to you, man. Truck drivers were working their ass off just along right beside the nurses, which, by the way, you never asked any of the nurses or doctors and anybody in the medical field to get vaccinated and shit when the pandemic was at its highest point and shit. But now that it's almost over with, now you demand it and shit? The fuck's up with that, man? Where are all these people that all these job positions? Where are they at? I could see some restaurants and shit, man. Maybe they go to a different level paying job and shit. But no. Mathematically, this shit ain't adding up, man. To tell you the truth, I only know of a few individuals that work that ain't went back to their regular job. Everybody else I know that works are still working at the regular jobs that they've been working at for fucking 20, 30 years. Well, I tell you what group of individuals we're missing in the workforce. That's that younger generation, man. That's why they're trying to hire 14-year-olds and shit now to be working at McDonald's and shit. 14-year-olds. I guess they want to try to get down to 12-year-olds to work at McDonald's. Well, that's you see the age group that's missing, man, from the 20s up to early 30s. Restaurants, though, you can understand restaurants. They took an ass whipping this shit, man. They literally destroyed the restaurants. That's for the big restaurants could stay open and shit, man. Big franchises and shit. Your Red Lobsters and Olive Gardens and McDonald's and Burger Kings and shit. The regular mom and pa, no, they can't be open. A lot of them are bouncing back, though, man. Here in Michigan, they are. All right, I'm gonna call this, man. Peace, love, and understanding. Much respect to each and one of these, man. I hope you're ready, man. Hope you're prepared, man. Hope you got a little bit of God inside you, man. Hope you believe. Hope you ask for forgiveness. Because he'll shield you, man. He'll protect you. But you usually don't believe. You're gonna see, man. The government's not God, man. I know a lot of people want to believe the government is. but they're not God, man. They're not gonna give a rat's ass about you when there's no food, because they ain't gonna be able to. Even if they wanted to, they're not gonna be able to give it to you, man. Because there's no supply of it, man. They got shit stockpiled in case of emergency, like what's about ready to happen. They ain't got a stockpile of food. They got a stockpile of cheese and shit like that. And once again, oh, they used to give away free cheese for a reason and shit. It wasn't to benefit people, man. They had to do it for a reason. That shit don't exist, man. There's no stockpile of water. There's no stockpile of cheese. There's no stockpile of pork and beans. How the hell are you gonna have? How the hell are you gonna be having a stockpile to feed the mass of a people, just in the United States of America alone? How are you gonna feed everybody in the United States of America every day when there's no supply? Let's just ask a question. How are you going to do it in the UK? How are you going to do it in Canada? How are you going to do it when you can't get no product? Because there is no product. There ain't be no products made. Everything's spoiled and going to waste. The shit in the fields are rotting away, man. Total chaos. No law and order. How the hell is the government going to help you? Good luck with that, man. All right, man. Peace, love, and understanding. Much respect. We're out of here.